everyone. Today we are going to talk about the adrenergic agonist. So, adrenergic agonists are those on which epinephrine or norepinephrine will act and give the response. And the drugs that affect these receptors, which are stimulated by epinephrine or norepinephrine, are known as adrenergic drugs. Adrenergic neurons, they release norepinephrine as a primary neurotransmitter. As we know that cholinergic neurons are going to release acetylcholine. In the same way, adrenergic neuron release epinephrine and the norepinephrine. And where these receptors are present, they're present in the CNS, from where epinephrine or norepinephrine is going to be released. Second one, sympathetic nervous system. In both of them, they are present, and in effector organ, they are also present. Next, there are two types of adrenergic drugs. Either they are agonist or antagonist, sympathomimetic or sympatholytic. Sympathomimetic means they are going to increase the sympathetic activity of the body. Sympathetic system is going to be activated by the drugs. So they are known as sympathomimetic, and sympatholytic that are going to block the neurons and block their activation. Next thing is about adrenergic neurons is their neurotransmission. How neurotransmission will happen? The first step in this one is the synthesis. So first of all, norepinephrine has to be formed, then it will store into the vesicle, then it will release, then bind to the receptor, and after binding, it will provide the action, and then removal will happen. Now move to the diagram. It will be easy to understand. So the first step, the tyrosine has to enter the neuron. There is a pump. Due to the sodium, it can enter into the neurons. When it will enter, hydroxylation of tyrosine will happen and it convert into the dopa. After converting into the dopa, it is going to be stored in the vesicle. That dopa is going to be stored in the vesicle, and then in the vesicle, it will convert into the norepinephrine, and that is going to be protected by the vesicle from degradations. The next step is the release. When it will be needed, fusion will happen. How fusion will happen? Calcium will move inside and contraction will happen, contraction of the cell membrane, and the norepinephrine is going to be released through the exocytosis process. After releasing, as you can see in the diagram, point number 4, it will bind to the receptors. When it will bind to the receptor, it will provide its action. Next thing, exonorepinephrine is going to be degraded. And the last thing, it is going to be reuptake. Reuptake of norepinephrine happen, and it will move back into the neurons and going to be used again. But the degraded, the inactive metabolite is going to be released into the urine. That is all about today's lecture. If you have any question, you can ask. Thank you.